All right. So there were some questions about how we utilize a combination of Perplexity and Harpa.ai and ZimmWriter to create blog posts, especially in areas where maybe we don't have enough personal knowledge to be able to pull that data. So what I want to do today is I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to use a YouTube video here from Alex Hermosi talking about a lot of things, but in particular about how raising your prices can increase the value of your service or the perceived value, and how that can also increase your sales and your profitability. And we're going to use Perplexity, and then we'll show you how we pull that information into ZimmWriter to create a really good section from there. And I have to open one more window, and that's for our ChatGPT chat, so I can show you how that works as well. So let's start with Perplexity. And again, our topic is going to be about how raising prices can increase perceived value and increase your profits. So I'm just going to ask Perplexity, tell me what you can about the impact of raising prices for your business and the positive, because that's why I want to be positive about it, the positive impact this can have on perceived value and your profits. So we'll just add in here, perceive on your customers, say on the perceived value from your customers and your profits. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's see what they tell me. One of the things I love about Perplexity is that, unlike Google, it actually gives me an answer here, which is great. But notice it's also giving me sources. So these are the 6 sites that it's went out and sourced to get this answer. And then we can go ahead and share that data. I'm going to go ahead and click their copy to clipboard. Notice there's other things here that I may want to do. They give you recommended, like what are some strategies for increasing the perceived value of a product? How can I measure the impact of a price increase on customer satisfaction and loyalty? If I wanted to, I could do that. For right now, that's going to be fine. I'm going to take this information. I'm going to run over to ChatGPT, and I'm just going to paste this in for the moment. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to actually turn off the plugins I'm using. So we'll just go back to the default mode here. So no plugins for this purpose. We'll paste that in. Actually, I take that back. Let's go ahead and leave on browse with Bing. That's a newer feature. If you don't, at the time you're watching this, have that. If you go down to plugins, you can also turn on the web plugin here. That is, so you can use either one there. I guess for simplicity, I'll leave that on. Either one will work. But since we have our sources in here, we'll do that. The other thing I want to do then is I want to go over to YouTube, and I found this video from Alex Hermosi talking about that. And he talks about how, increased pricing can increase perceived value. So I used Harpa.ai here. This is a Chrome browser extension. You simply click the button to run it, and I asked it to do what's called a YouTube video summary. It goes ahead and does that. And I'm going to grab now the 2 bits of summary that it gave me here. And I'm also going to paste these in. It's important when you enter lines in ChatGPT that you use Shift Enter, otherwise it will go ahead and start running for you. So that's the first one. Let me go grab the second one, go back over here, again, Shift Enter, and paste that in. Now you may say, Jonathan, why are you pasting all this in, and why are we using ChatGPT? Well, ChatGPT knows how to create good information for ZimmWriter. So what I'm going to do here is I'm now going to say, I'm writing an article on the benefits of businesses increasing their prices in order to increase customers' perceived value and increase company profits. We'll fix my spelling here. And I'm going to say, please use the following data to create the necessary background / overview information that I can feed into ZimmWriter. It knows what ZimmWriter is, to create a comprehensive on this topic. And let's go ahead and say go. So it's going to take a minute again, especially because I have the web pilot turned on. It may go look at some of those other options. It may not. Let's see. We'll go ahead. I'm actually going to pause the video. This may take just a second. All right. So ChatGPT is finished. It's created this background overview. It's even included citations if we want to use those. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to copy this data right here. Click on my clipboard, and let's go ahead and go over to ZimmWriter. As I walk into ZimmWriter, I'm going to set my blog post title and my background. But before I do the title, I'm going to paste all that background information in. So again, I just copied that over from ChatGPT, paste that information in, and then I'm going to go ahead and give it a title. And in this case, I'm going to go back over to ChatGPT for a minute and let's have it recommend a title for me. Maybe we'll actually ask it for 5. Recommend a compelling blog post title for this article. Gives me 5. Oops. And let's see what it tells us here. There we go. Actually, I like number 1. We'll just take that one while it's thinking. So the power of pricing. There we go. I'll put that in as my title over here in ZimmWriter. So other things that I'm going to do here in ZimmWriter is I'm going to choose the number of headings. And I am, by the way, using the SEO version here. I'm going to go ahead and pick 8 subheadings. We're going to use the 3.5 model. I'm going to let AI automatically choose which H2s we want. So I'm going to go ahead and have it automatically do that. Just click on generate with that just a second here to go ahead and generate those H2s and fill those in. Then below that, I could add in additional H3s if I want. I'm going to choose that I want this to be a comprehensive article. So I'm going to choose long H2. I'm going to leave the voice off because it's, in this case, I'm not sure exactly who we want to go to, but there's options here. If we want to change that, we'll leave it as it is. We're going to enable literary devices. Those are things like metaphors, similes, and things like that. We're going to enable lists. It does give you a 40% chance of adding a list in when you do that. And we're going to enable tables, and has about a 30% chance of adding a table. Also going to enable frequently asked questions, and I'm going to choose the long answer version. And I'm going to leave Midjourney off. I'm going to have it add keys between sections. And that's pretty much everything that I need at this point. I don't really need anything else. So I'm going to go on down, and then I'm going to choose the auto style. Had I had a specific style, I could go ahead and put in a particular person here. In fact, let's go ahead and let's do that in this case. Let's write in the style of Alex Hormozy. And then I'm going to just go down and choose the number of keywords per heading. Let's just make it 3. That should be plenty. I'm going to have it automatically choose the keywords. So we've got all that saved. And then I'm going to click on Start SEO Writer with no scraping. Now, I know when I posted my insights at the top, it did have in URLs. If I'm subscribed to Scrape Owl or anything like that, I can do scraping. But in this case, we've already scraped everything and gotten the condensed information we want. So I don't see any need to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and click Start without scraping. And ZimmWriter is going to take off and start creating that article. And that is how we do it, folks. I'll put a link into the article so you can see what was created out of this and how well that works. Make it a great day. If you have any questions, by the way, reach out. Happy to chat about AI tools. Happy to talk about ZimmWriter or anything else. Make it a great day, everybody.